What's up, guys? Welcome back to Termite Off-Road. I am in Tellico. So Termite is here. XR is kind of getting a mock pack up, and wanted to show you this thing. So no, you're good, man. So what is this now? Tell me what it is.
1975 Volvo C303 Swedish Army truck.
Very cool.
Comes with portal axles.
Yeah.
It's Volvo's answer to the Unimog.
Yeah. It's very cool. So he's going to be doing the 500 as well, and tonight we are bunking next to each other. So yeah, really cool stuff. So we're kind of getting a mock pack up right now is what I'm doing, just kind of getting my bags going through and making sure, because it's a slight chance of rain in the morning, so I want to kind of have all this done now. But in the morning, we'll get up, raining or not, and we're gonna hit this thing, kick it off. There's another guy camping here who's on a DR 650 that I think he and I will be kind of riding together through this whole thing, so, or at least we're gonna try to. But yeah, this thing is super cool. Just wanted to show that to you. And what was your channel?
Vintage Wanderer.
Vintage Wanderer.
Very small.
So go check that out, and I mean, who wouldn't want to follow stuff like this? So, but yeah, I'll check back with you guys in the morning when we're on the actual trail, and gonna start putting down some miles.
You started your log, you know how many miles you got?
Not yet. We're starting in the rain this morning, so we'll see how today goes. All right, y'all, I know I probably look rough, but I am at a little campground back up here in the mountains. I don't know what the name of Jack's River Fields. And it's a beautiful little campground. But we're getting there. I'm by myself, been by myself for an hour or so now, about an hour and a half. Hoping to get linked back up with everybody. We kind of got separated this morning, and kept thinking they'd catch up, but you know, here we are. But it's an adventure. You know, I'm not a seasoned mountain rider and big rock rider and all that kind of stuff, but it has definitely definitely been a challenge. Not like impossible. I've been able to maintain momentum. I haven't had to stop, feet down, type stuff like that. But it's just so much, so like just miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. But I'm getting there. I'm not too far from Ellijay, and I'm hoping when I get to Ellijay, I'm gonna kind of sit there for a little bit and try. Hopefully, I'll have phone service and try to get linked back up with Craig, and then we can cruise on into Suches together. But so yeah, I just ate me a little lunch, and gonna get loaded back up. It's just cold and wet. And that's taking it out of me. I'm not used to that. So, but we are surviving. Y'all, in these next few sections, I want to apologize for the shakiness. I've edited as much as I could edit out on the computer, but in the moment, our GoPro has a setting to eliminate the shakiness and all that kind of stuff, but I could not figure it out in the moment, and thought I knew ahead of time, but apparently I didn't, and I have since figured it out and know how to do it now, but I've had to edit the video to try to keep you from becoming just absolutely nauseous at the shaking of these next few sections of trails. They were really, really rough, really rocky, and so I wanted just to come in real quick and apologize for that. Hope you're enjoying the video so far. After these really rough trails, it's not too bad. After that, I was able to edit that stuff out, but these were just so rough that the editing platform we use can only do so much. But just chalk that up to my ignorance and inexperience with the GoPro stuff. Still trying to figure a lot of this stuff out. But anyway, hope you're enjoying the video. Hope you're enjoying the trip. It was a blast. And yeah, just wanted to come in and tell you guys that. So if you need to close your eyes for a second, look away, feel free. Well, I'm at the end of Bucktown Road. That was a workout, man. This is unacceptable, by the way. But, man, it's fun, though. Like, it was super fun. Again, all totally doable. I never once had to stop and put my feet down or this or that. Like, it was just, you just keep your momentum, pick your line, and push through there. But my shoulders are shot. So I'm gonna sit here and rest them just a little bit. I'm about halfway between Ellijay and Suches. Suches is where I plan on stopping for the night. So I don't have too much further to go, but I do want to get there as soon as I can, just so I can stretch out and rest some, get some food. But this is a beautiful little spot. I'm sorry I'm not setting up much camera shots, ride-bys, but the terrain is just so, it's hard to stop and get off and sit up and then go back up. It's like once you have your momentum, you kind of have to just keep it. So maybe tomorrow or the next day there'll be more grace for some ride-bys. But for the green section today, you're pretty much gonna get me talking like this and helmet cam shots. But the OXR is hanging in there. I've clocked at this point from when we pulled out of camp 134 miles. So I think there's 20, 30 more miles maybe, I don't know. I think it's like 160 something the first day. So we're getting close. But all right, I'm gonna sit here and rest my arms for a second. Maybe Craig will come through. But if nothing else, I'll see him in Suches, hopefully. Actually see some blue skies way over there. We are at camp here in Two Wheels of Suches. Mike's just kind of chilling and resting. Got the tent set up. I was sitting in a chair, but it keeps mist and rain off and on. But it was a long day today. That was a lot rougher than I thought it was going to be. Totally doable, but just a lot. Didn't know what to expect, but it was a lot of fun. But anyway, I just went down to the Hunch Brothers and got me a nice piece of pizza. Ate that and a pack of nabs, and I'm just kind of chilling for a moment and kind of waiting on it to get dark, because I don't think I'll have any trouble going to sleep tonight. All right, well, good morning, y'all. It is day 2 here on the Smokey Mountain 500. I am all packed up. As you can see, it is still foggy and misty this morning. Did look at the forecast. Looks like where I'm heading up towards Blairsville and Robinsonville, that they have sunshine forecasted today, so we'll see. But we're just gonna start trucking our way back north and just kind of take it easy today, because I'm by myself, so I don't want to put myself in a bind, and I'm not gonna put myself in a bind. So I'm just gonna take it easy and start knocking down some miles. So I'll check back with you guys along the way. Well, this is a problem. Just coming around a curve and we got a tree in the road. And I am almost off of this trail, and it was a rough one. There's a guy coming behind me. Mike could help me get over this. He's a way more experienced rider than I am. But there's just not any way that I can see get around this by myself. So I'm gonna sit here and figure on this for a minute and then see if I can figure something out. Not a bad view. Well guys, I apologize. I never did update today from the events this morning. I've just been riding all day and just trying to make miles and trying to get where I wanted to get, and just hadn't filmed much. But anyway, so Rob, another guy who's riding the 500, he did come along maybe 2 or 3 minutes later, and we ended up just picking. He got in the front of my bike and picked the front tire up, and I worked the clutch. Was able to get the front tire over and then made a little kicker and got the back tire over, and we did the same thing to his bike. But we both got across. But had either one of us been by ourselves, we'd have had to just backtrack. But thankfully, we were kind of both there at about the same time, and was able to get across it. And come across one more tree today that was down, but thankfully it was enough that I could get off my bike and fold my mirrors down and walk the bike up under it. But other than that, most of the action was this morning before lunch, and then after lunch it was just kind of chill gravel roads. And I did have about a 10-mile stretch coming down a mountain right after I got in North Carolina. I don't know if I had the GoPro on for that or not, but it was just like that slick, greasy mud all the way down. And there's a campground up there and hiking trail, so people drive it, and it was so rutted and slick and greasy. And so it was just kind of slow going, navigating and sliding through all that mess. But other than that, it's pretty uneventful afternoon of riding, just pretty scenery, and you know, trying to slow down enough to take it all in. So we got camp set up here, and I'm gonna kick back for the day, and we will finish this thing out tomorrow. So I'll check back with y'all in the morning. Hey, it's not raining. Sun's out. It's kind of behind a mountain behind me, but the sun's at least out, and it's warm. So I've got the tent up behind the phone drying out because I had to pack it up wet this morning. But and letting everything out, just kind of dry out. And this is the first time I've not had on rain suit in 2 days, so it's kind of nice. Yeah. Man, it don't get no prettier than that. Almost wish it was summertime. I might would have to climb. There's a walkway right over there. I might have to get down in there and swim. Man, that's pretty. All right, it's dry. I think this is the deep route. This is the route here you want to go. Is this one right here. Downstream. Yeah, I want to hit right through there. That's the way I want to go. This is usually high. This is real slick a lot of times, so people say don't take that. That over there is deep. So I think I'm gonna fall right in here and just walk that line right across. That's my plan. this one's just deep. They're having fun. So I made it in a Teleco and I shot back up the Skyway just a few miles just to kind of look, because you know the whole loop was kind of in what do they call it, in canopy. So coming out and seeing views was not something I got to do a lot, so I wanted to kind of ride out and just look, be able to see. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. $496 miles. We did it, y'all. Good gravy. I am beat. Whew. We got termite backed over here. About to start unloading the bike, getting everything packed back into termite. I'm not gonna try to go home today. I'm gonna just stay here tonight and get up early in the morning, probably, and just roll. I'll go ahead and have the bike loaded up, everything. But yeah, had one breakdown. When you saw me stop and take that last picture, or not the last picture, but the video with the waterfall and stuff, got back on the bike and it wouldn't start. It would just turn over, wouldn't fire. So I thought it might have flooded or something, because my throttle's been kind of sticking on the bark busters, what it's been sticking on. And so I pulled the plug, turned it over a few times, put a fresh plug in it, and it still wouldn't crank. So I pushed it down the road, and I'm down that little gravel road. Thankfully it was downhill to a campsite I had passed. Pushed it down there, was sitting there fooling with it, and two guys pulled up, one of them on an XR. And I was hot, tired, stressing out, you know, type stuff. And he said, I don't know what kind of assistance I'll be, but let me see. And he hit my kill switch back and forth a bunch of times. And when he hit it, it burped and it fired. And he held it on the chip for about 20 seconds. I didn't care. I was like, all right, I'm gone. I threw my gloves and helmet on and I jetted. And So, but it was right almost in that loop, and I have no more trouble out of it the rest of the day. So I was almost out of that loop at the top, and so I was able to get out of there and then right back onto the Skyway, and it was fine after that. So other than that, man, it's just I'm tired. I'm beat. I'm not looking forward to an 8-hour car drive home tomorrow, but we'll take that one leg at a time, just like we did these. But I guess I'll check back and close this video out when I get home, and so I will see you guys then. All right, y'all. Well, I am home. Termite is is unloaded. Let my tent dry out. It was still wet, and so set that up and let that dry. The there's Andrea. The XR is getting some rest. Needs a bath. We'll get to that later. Get the bags all off. Get the day bags, my tusk bags back on, all that kind of stuff. Get all that back together. But the old XR held its own. Other than the one little mishap on the last day, and I still don't know. I'm thinking that maybe I had a few times where my grip, you can see, these kind of got cranked on the ride up. The way I tied my bike down, I put another strap over here to keep from rocking. Anyway, long story short, it hit a hard bump and it cranked my handlebars back. And I think when it did that, it kind of got this in tighter than it normally is, because you can see how it's kind of touching. And I think I had a few times where I would let off the throttle and it wouldn't just go back to idle. It was still idling high because this was sticking just a little bit. And I'm wondering if when I got off the bike that maybe it just stuck and was just pouring fuel. I don't know. It was either that or the kill switch decided to act up for some reason, because the guy that was there, he was just sitting there talking to me, playing, doing this, turning it on and off, and when he hit the key, it fired. But it did have a fuel smell, so I don't know. The plug was wet, but so I know it was getting. I don't know. I don't know at this point. So I'm gonna fix my bark busters and get those back lined up right, and just ride it and see if it does it again, and we'll fix it then if it does. But I think it was just this stuck and flooded it out. Is what I think happened. But other than that, tires did good. I would definitely recommend, if you're doing a Smokey Mountain 500, nothing less than this, in my opinion. I mean, tires just took a beating up there, and of course it was raining, foggy, and slick, so I wouldn't have wanted to be up there with anything less than a tire like this. But to each his own. But yeah, other than that, man, it's a great loop. It's a darn dirt dauber in my face. But other than that, it's a great loop. Had a lot of fun. Would I do it again solo? No, I wouldn't. I think that was a bad idea. Now looking back, whenever Craig crashed and just seeing that stuff, it was like it kind of got in my head a little bit that I was like, if I went off the side of this thing, nobody would know. And it gets real to you up there. So I'm never going to do that again alone. I wouldn't recommend doing it alone just for that. Not necessarily because the route's hard, but I mean, you can crash on the simplest gravel stuff, and up there, nobody would really know. And so I'll never do it again alone. That was kind of for me, kind of a dumb idea, I think. But we did it. Everything was good, other than the little mishap on the last day. Everything was fine. Sorry I didn't film that, but when it happened, I was just thinking, get this thing fixed. I don't want to be stranded up here. So I was kind of in repair mode. So I didn't even think about filming. And so anyway, but the water crossings were fun. All of it was just a good time. Just really cool. It was a cool experience, man. Definitely something I'll talk about for the rest of my life. So anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Thank y'all for watching. Next week, we got a pile of parts on the back of date night for the old XL. And Andrew's she ain't been able to ride all week because I left it like this. So I gotta get this thing slapped back together today or tomorrow so she can get back to riding. But we got a lot of parts here: fork seals, gasket stuff, throttle grips. We got stuff over there, all kinds of stuff for this thing to get it kind of back together. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. Give us a like, a subscribe, comment below. We'd love to hear from you. See you guys next week.